welcome to the Link edition for this week. And we continue to find you answers to some pertinent questions, particularly around the COVID-19 pandemic. And tonight we're speaking about international business travelers and what they can expect when they go out there. My guest tonight is Mr. Everest Kayondo, who is the chairman for the Kampala State Traders Association. He's also the chairman for the Association of Uganda Tour Operators. He's also a trader, an importer, and many, many things. So he qualifies to say what he's going to say. Mr. Everest, welcome.
Thank you, Samuel. Thank you very much.
Very good. Tonight we begin with the key question. Entebbe opened, and that's a good thing.
Correct.
But much has changed worldwide. So for a business traveler who seeks to do business like importation, like how Ugandans, how they have been doing it.
Correct.
What real changes should be expected when one contemplates traveling?
Well, a number of things have changed. Even the SOPs, starting with the SOPs, which never existed before. You could just go, buy air ticket and travel. But right now, you need to first go for a test. And it must not be a test that you carried out so long ago. In Uganda, it has been put at 120 hours, which is 5 days. Yeah. So it must be as recent. And that one is an additional cost. But it is mandatory before you can be boarded on any airline. Number two is, again, there is another additional cost because when you are returning from whichever country, then you have also to undergo a similar test before you come back. One, to accept you on the airline, but most importantly, even when you are back here, you will not be subjected to a quarantine. Two, you have to check which country you are going to, because some countries have not opened up. They are strictly accepting only nationals, returnees, or those with work permits. So if you are going for trade missions, then you will not be entertained. And again, you have to be very careful about that one. Traveling for business, some countries, most of the countries which we source goods from, especially for Ugandans, have not yet opened up. Like China is not yet open, Thailand, India. Vietnam has opened, but they will subject you to a quarantine of 4 days. Yeah. Meaning that, again, you will at your own cost. So if you are going to Vietnam, maybe yes, if you can be patient for 4 days, then you will be allowed in. Now, so you have to look at what country, where you are, which you want to go for, and whether it is accepting you or not, and under what conditions. Okay. Good enough, the airlines, some of the airlines, when they sell you the air ticket, they are now also giving you an insurance policy, lasting for about 30 days.
Which also increases your cost.
Your cost, because if you fall sick, particularly for COVID, in the foreign country, they will take care of you and they will treat you at that insurance component. If you don't fall sick, then
it's insurance.
Could it be insurance? You will not lament. Then you look at these. So you'll have to look at even the different airlines give different hours of acceptance of COVID tests. So you have to look at all of these variables before you travel. Otherwise, so the conditions have changed. You have to look at so many other things. And we have had people going to countries like UAE, which has opened up. Yes. And you would have expected that once I have the certificate and I have I have paid for the air ticket, I'm good to go. But they will tell you, you will not leave the airport until you have downloaded a certain app, and particularly gearing you towards UAE, because it is an app tracking you for COVID, and you have to download it. So if your smartphone does not accept,
if you have no smartphone,
again you will not travel, because they want you to download it put up the information regarding your ticket and your date of birth, and you must upload or you have to upload all this information before you can be accepted to travel. So these are new developments which you have to put into consideration before you do the traveling, which country you are going to and what are the preconditions of accepting you in their country.
Let's talk about cargo and importation. You are the chairman of people who mainly import. Can I import whatever I want now, let me say from some destinations? Is it possible? What is the room for me to import anything I want?
No, you can't import anything because right now, since the travels are restricted and people are sourcing goods through third parties, they are not sourcing directly from the manufacturers. Again, for the big ones who had already established a relationship with the manufacturers, you can go ahead and communicate with your suppliers, and maybe they will not default and they will send you the actual order as per your specifications. However, for somebody, a start or a small timer, it might be tricky for you to just go for anything. You have to buy through a third party. And these are some of Ugandans who have positioned themselves in particular countries. They have acquired work permits and they work alongside these nationals like in China, India. So you are going through a third party. It is a catch-22.
Which increases your cost before you continue.
It increases your costs. It exposes you because usually businessmen thrive on trade secrecy.
Yes.
So there will be no secrecy. And there is no confidentiality because there is no confidentiality clause as long as you are working with that person, the third party. And by the way, you will be also bonded indirectly because if I've been using Samuel to source my goods, now if I run away to another maybe third party, intermediary, this one I have lost Samuel will have all my secrets. So if my competitor goes for Samuel and tells what was Kayondo buying, where was he sourcing his goods, how about the designs, everything
they will give away.
It will be given away, and it could be given away because of being annoyed, of course, that I have lost business with Kayondo, so why should I keep his secrets?
Okay.
And remember, there was no disclosure agreement between you and me.
So, Chairman, in a nutshell, then, business travelers, our traders, is it wise to do anything now?
Yes, it is wise to do anything.
What can I do now with all the things you have told us in 1 minute and a half?
These dimensions, you have to look at them. One, you go for general merchandise where you don't lose a lot of, you don't have much to lose if you expose, if you give secrets away to this third party. Number two, some have resorted to airlifting because again, you can't do. It might take a long or a while to fill a container, especially the consolidators. So what you will do is actually to go for airlifting, but airlifting also restricts you on the choice of goods which you can import. You will go for expensive and light goods. So those which are heavy, you wait until the dust settles, and this is when you will go for it.
You ended very well until the dust settles. Viewers, the chairman is also an importer. He's the chairman of importers. He's the chairman of the tour operators. He knows a lot of these things. If you want to travel to Dubai, he can actually help you. So he's talking about things that he knows. And if you're going to travel, if you're determined, those are the things you'll encounter. But if you don't have to, as the chairman said, wait until the dust settles. And there's a vaccine on the horizon. Maybe that dust will settle sooner than we think. That was the link. Thank you for joining us tonight.